I totally agree. Mo, as an Inter Milan fan watching AC Milan tonight, what did you make of it?
You're
Because
welcome, by the way.
They're rubbish, bro. They're rubbish. You guys know they're absolutely rubbish. It doesn't take anything away from Liverpool to come back from 1-0 down at the San Siro in the first game of the Champions League after they were away from the Champions League last season. It's a good result for Liverpool to start your campaign away from home and to win. It's a very good thing, no matter who the opposition is. Yes, Milan are crap, but again, they are crap, but they are still AC Milan at the end. You know, you go to the San Siro, it's a little bit tough, but Liverpool dominant in set pieces. Konate and Van Dijk looked very, very good, to be honest. I know a lot of people blamed Konate for the first goal. It is his mistake. Again, he didn't react well in the first goal. He didn't cover well. He waited a lot for Pulisic. But Liverpool looked good, to be honest. Gravenberch looked like, again, he is the guy that is doing the wonders in the midfield. But I'm going to repeat this one thing again for all the Liverpool fans. You guys keep complaining about the DM, the signings, the window, this and that. Your problem is still the forward line. Your problem is still you scored 2 goals today from set pieces from 2 corners because Mike Maignan is shit in set pieces. Your forward line, if they don't deliver, you're going to have the same problems of last season, by the way. Same exact problem where you're going to complain at the end of the season that Nunes missed, Jota missed, Gakpo missed. That is one of the things that people don't talk about. We missed the DM. We needed the center back. No, your forward line aren't delivering. Mohamed Salah today, by the way, was just okay. Again, back-to-back games where he was just okay, right? The last game, he was shit. This game is okay. Jota is not delivering.
Today he was much better today.
Much better than the crap that he was, but that's not Mohamed Salah that you can rely on for the majority of the season. Last season, if it wasn't
I don't think
Mohamed
either of
Salah,
the chances you can say he should have scored because it's tight angle right foot. So I wouldn't expect him to score.
forget the chances. I'm talking about the majority of the game. He wasn't like on it like he was in the first game or two. You guys have to understand that your forward line might cost you the season again. What do I mean by cost you the season? You might miss on chances. You might miss on a Champions League. That is how I see Liverpool now. You should have signed a forward because Darwin Núñez, as Terry said, this guy's an absolute donkey. Like, he's absolutely shit in football. He shouldn't be playing for Liverpool Football Club. He's a donkey. I'm sorry. He's a donkey, to be honest. On the pitch, of course, not as a human being. As on the pitch. Right, come in.
Why are you apologizing?
Well, you didn't have to clarify that. We understood that.
Yeah, because some people just take it literally that I'm insulting the guy. I don't know the guy, to be honest. Like, he might be the nice guy. But that might cost Liverpool. Yes, Cody Gakpo looked good and everything, but you have to remember that your comeback came from 2 center backs. And that is what happened last season. So Liverpool need to, in January, maybe a DM, maybe, but you need a forward. You need someone that is firing because you cannot keep relying on Mohamed Salah to deliver every single game. That is my...
No, I don't know why you keep repeating this point 500 times. I've already explained to you from different angles.
I don't need your explanation. What does that mean?
Okay, I want
to explain to me. That doesn't mean it's like...
I want to explain. Because this is the football terrace and I can talk.
Yeah, you can.
Then you just say you finished? Why are you interrupting me? Anyway,
I am, because you addressed me.
The reason why Liverpool need a DM is the following. Number one, it's because we have 2 players who play that position. And the third guy, whether it be Curtis Jones or Endo, it's not just a downgrade. It's a downgrade from hell. It's not just downgrade. It's like 500 levels below. So let's just put that to the side. Second of all, the reason why we needed the Zubimendi is because, as I have said from 3 months ago, the guy that goes to the bench in said scenario is Szoboszlai. People don't get it. McAllister would play further forward. He'd be the creative guy. And once again today, by the way, McAllister created the most dangerous chance of the game, just like he did against Nottingham Forest, just like he's done 500 times, because creatively you can unlock that side of him. And then you could play that total Dutch football. So it's not just needing a DM full stop. In terms of the forward line, this is something I've said all summer long, and I agree with you 100%. We have a fan base, unfortunately, that loves copium. Nunes is not good enough. I hope Diaz is consistent to the end of the season. I hope Gakpo has a consistent performances. I'm yet to see, we need to see more of Chiesa. But this Nunes thing, there's no need to apologize. Why are you apologizing for? He's a donkey. It's true. You know, I don't think anyone can teach this guy football. If Jurgen Klopp, who made Sadio Mane from Southampton, become a Ballon d'Or contender, and Mo Salah from the villages of Egypt and Roma become a Ballon d'Or contender, and Firmino, who played right wing back in the last game under Brendan Rodgers, become a Ballon d'Or contender, and Divock Origi score goals off the bench against Barcelona and Tottenham Hotspur in Champions League semi-finals and finals, and Shaqiri from Stoke City deliver in a forward line, and Jota and everyone except him. He's the only one who hasn't delivered. If he can't fix him, I'm sorry, no one can. Just pray. I'm with Nunes. I'm with prayer phase. I look at God and say, Inshallah, Ya Rab, he learns how to score, because that's the only way. You have to resort to divinity. That's the only way he can improve.
Ram, what did you make of tonight? Obviously, everyone sort of touched on the reaction. Who stood out to you? Who were the star players in your side tonight?
I think everyone's really mentioned the main players. One thing I was say, I thought Szoboszlai was quite good. I thought Szoboszlai, the second half was a lot better. I will say, for Sam's not gonna like this. Salah being a bit greedy today, Mr. Number 11 was just taking shots left, right, and center. I'm just saying, if he could have squared it off to Szoboszlai for an easy tap in, I'm just saying, would have been a little bit different. But look, overall, I asked for patience from the fan base, and look what happens. You know, I said it on Saturday. It was a big blip. I said it's the first time I saw the entire team and managing staff and everyone do an absolute madness and play like crap. And now look what happens. We bounce back from it, and that's all we could ask for. That's all we could ask for. And at the moment, hopefully this takes confidence into the next game against, I think, Bournemouth at home, which I think it should be a win for us. But look, at the end of the day, professional performance. Everyone played well. I can't say anybody off the top of my head that played poorly today. But yeah, for me, when I heard Gravenberch got man of the match, I thought Gakpo got robbed. I thought Gakpo was really, really good today. Driving with the ball, passing, everything, all-round play was absolutely fantastic today. So, yeah, Gakpo for me, man.
How about yourself, Rack? Who would you be giving your man of the match today to?
I mean, yeah, Gakpo. I thought I think it was good. Between Gakpo and Gravenberch for me, I thought Gravenberch has really come on in that role, and I wasn't a fan of man. And I wasn't a fan of his last season. In fact, last season I thought he was terrible, and he's really proved me wrong. But it's very, very, very early days in that role, and 1 or 2 or 3 good performances is not gonna make me change my mind, because I need to see him step up and do it real top level against real top class opposition for a consistent run of games. But in terms of what can I kind of asked much more for him in the start of this from the start of the season. He's been brilliant. Look, Milan are crap. Milan are a terrible team right now, and so I expect us to potentially be even more dominant and win with a similar kind of scoreline, because, as Mo said, they're not a good team.
Gravenberch did it against Man United, unless you don't consider Man United a top team at Old Trafford, though.
Yeah, but I think most Man United fans will say that wasn't a strong performance, and they're probably not. At least from what we've seen so far.
Hey, Rack, stop being around. My level is Barnsley. No. My level is Barnsley.
So far, the level they've shown this season, I don't think you're saying they're one of the top 5, 6, even probably top 8 teams in Europe. So that may change, and maybe maybe they're going to go in the right direction. But I still need to see more from Gravenberch. Even if that was a one-off game, I still need to see more. Look, I don't want to hark back to the weekend, but we've had a really good start to the season. But the performance on Saturday still worries me, because we were flat for the whole game. And I understand people will call it a blip, and I really, really hope it was a blip. But we will only really know that when more and more teams come, and they'll come and they'll park the bus and they'll occupy the dangerous areas where that we attack from, and try and hit us on the counter attack, and then we will see. But good performance today.
Do you know what was a massive change from Saturday? Well, a massive difference from Saturday and today. And I think given the fact that Milan scored in the first 2 minutes, it kind of aided us because on Saturday when they scored, we looked nervous, we looked desperate, and we looked like we were trying to do everything in our power to try and get a goal by just launch the ball 50 yards forward and hoping someone gets onto the end of it.
Yeah,
compared to today, we were a lot more patient, and we started to probe around Milan, and we saw the gaps that were on the flanks, and we decided to launch crossfield balls onto the flanks and take them on the fullbacks. And it worked out well because we ended up creating a lot of chances from that. That is the main difference that I wanted, and that's
but Ram, that's so out of context. That's so out of context.
It's not out of context, though, Hussam. How was it?
Because we conceded against AC Milan in the 2nd minute. We conceded against Forest in the 72nd minute. So the time is completely different.
But it still doesn't give the players the right.
When you concede a goal in the 2nd minute, you have a whole
every 5 seconds.
So that's why the team didn't panic. But when you concede at the end, 15 minutes left, then you're going to have a different reaction.
But it's not even that. But it still doesn't give the players the right to launch the ball 50 yards forward thinking they're Steven Gerrard. You know what I mean? It doesn't give Trent the right to try and cross the ball every single opportunity he has.
So you're shitting on Trent and Mo. That's why you don't deserve world-class players. You deserve Colchetti.
I did not. I just for that single game. Did you hear me? What? Did you hear me? What? I just criticized that single game, and that's the
Trent literally pocketed me out.
I made it into a positive for Sam. I made it into a positive.
Why did you say that, Terry? How Mr. Trent can defend? Literally pocketed Leao today.
Well, do you know what I would say about Trent? But have you noticed I haven't spoke about Trent's defending for about 18 months, getting towards 2 years now? Do you know what? But no, hang on. Whoa. But do you know why? Because he started. Because he improved, which proves the criticism I had before was right. Because as soon as he's improved, have I got an agenda?
Nah, Terry, you got to give him credit. No,
no longer.
I praise him. I've praised him many a time in the last year for solid defensive performances, and I always used to speak about it. His issue was awareness before. He didn't see things, and I think that awareness and vision, to a degree, can be taught. You can be taught what to look out for, what to react to. You can realign your brain on certain subjects, and I think awareness can be taught to you, especially when it's like looking for things that are actively happening. Different for creative awareness, understanding where space might appear, but looking for danger on a defensive level, he's got much better at that, and he's learned to. His one-on-one defending has improved. He makes the attacker make the first move far more often, and it's much easier to win those duels in that way. Once you do that, he's improved massively. Absolutely. We have a few super chats here. First one says, United too strong for League One, promotion incoming. Thank you, bro. Absolutely. Mo, you got me crying right now is what's been said here. I'm looking at Mo. He's about to start hating. Josh was right. You were right, Josh. He did start hating.
I can tell by the smile.
Blaze calls me out here, and he says that you sound like Don when he says he won't swap Martinelli for Mudryk. Literally deluded if you think Garnacho starts over Leao or Pulisic. Personally, again,
Pulisic is crap. Pulisic is crap, man.
Not Pulisic, definitely.
He was in the Premier League for how many years? Did nothing. Got shipped off to Milan. Has had a few decent games, but come on, man. Like if you gave me the option, Garnacho has got a much higher ceiling than Pulisic.
Yeah. Again, I'm not like Don. Don says I wouldn't swap. Praises every element of Mudryk versus Martinelli, but won't come out and say I think Mudryk is better. I'll Blaze say honestly. I don't care about technical ability. I think Garnacho is a better football player than the two of them, and I wouldn't do the swap. I just think overall, Garnacho in his career, and we all know this means unless there's an injury, he will deliver more as an individual and win more than Rafael Leao and Pulisic.
Leao is a league winner, so it's not a. So it's going to be as simple.
Not only a league winner, the best player in the league that season as well.
Okay, cool. Fine. I think Garnacho will end up having a better career than him. And by the way, we can come back and visit this in 10, 15 years' time. Garnacho's already won an international trophy as well that he was part of. So yeah, I'm just trying it out.
Garnacho will win Player of the Year in the Premier League, and he will win the league, guys.